Hello, Nick here. Excuse me. And today is Radio Band Scan Day. So maybe you've already watched my first two videos. I did a excuse me, band scan out of Watkins Johnson. Got to make sure you enunciate correctly if you ever want to get a job at VOA, right, Dan? Anyway, I did one on that and did one on an ICOM 9000. And now we're going to do a band scan on what is arguably, or maybe not so arguably, the best radio ever made. This is a Watkins Johnson 8711. And they made several variations of this. They had suffixes that were numbers or letters, and they even had one called an HF 1000. And depending on who you ask, they say some of them were better for some things than other things, and some of them were only made to be used or designed mostly to be used as remote or operated remotely. So the buttons never got pushed, and I can't keep track with all that. The only thing I can tell you is that this radio is a bad mofo, okay? This thing is standing tall. You've seen, well, maybe you've seen the 4 million videos I've done on it, comparing it to everything, including a toaster, I even think. All right, so this thing kicks butt. So today, nothing to compare it to. So we're just going to do a band scan. And it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Dallas, Texas. So really not much out there going on. And we're gonna start at 16 megahertz and just go down. We'll see what's out there, see which way the wind's blowing. As if you've watched any of my other videos, or if you're already familiar, you know that we've got an attenuator and a preamp, and that's selected here. Bandwidth, mode, AGC. Obviously, that's the signal meter. Now, the signal meter is the only thing on this radio that I really am not a big fan of. Same with the 10 Tech, okay? I read it in the manual, and I'm not sure I can tell you exactly. I might be saying it wrong, but the signal meter picks up the signal from like some point along the line where it's not affected by like normal things like the RF gain or something like that. So like on a normal radio, if you move the RF gain up and down, if you hit the attenuator, or even if you tune off, 1 kilohertz or something, that the meters are really sensitive and they're going back and forth. But this one, it's not. All right. When you get to a signal, it stays on it and it doesn't move. You almost think it's broken, but it's not. And it actually addresses that in the manual. So if you really want to know what's going on, just download the manual online and read that part of it. And it'll tell you a lot better than I can tell you, because I'm sure I screwed something up in my description. But the basis, the kind of basics of what I'm talking about is there. Anyway, enough talking. Let's start spinning knobs and dials and stuff. So we're going to start at 16 megahertz. I got it running through a Bose speaker. Let's try and zoom in. Okay. So you guys can see and read everything. Oh, and just for, so you know what's going on a little bit here, and for Robert's sake, I got the Kenwood TS890 on for the only thing it's good for. It's spectrum scope, okay? So we can use that to see where signals are. All right, so there's 16 megahertz right there. We've got it on 500K spread, so we'll use that to help us find some signals. And like I said, that's the only thing that radio's good for. Right, Robert? I know you agree. All right, and for those of you that are new to my channel, I'm bagging on that radio a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. So it looks like we got something, I don't know, 15.9, 7. So let's scroll down. Oh, so this is the one that has a big, powerful carrier, but nothing's coming out. So that's this signal here. Don't worry, I won't do that on every single signal. Jack the camera over.
And I could get gas in my car because what does it take with faith? And sometimes it's not my faith. Why we stand up here and
synchronous
people
AM.
Have prayed all week, believing
it's better. Notice how it got better? Eliminated the fading, and it got slightly louder.
Very weak in faith. You've had this situation. You come up here and somebody else is saying, I know God's going to do it. Oh, yes, he did it for me. And God sees the faith. Maybe not your faith, but somebody...
Are their parents not saying that they were enough? That their parents not saying that they were worth anything? That their parents, they know and feeling that my mom and dad fully don't find me. Please.
Whoa, look at that. My chair hit this
Some of the
tripod.
parents are honest with the heart.
15140
I know they think.
is the next signal.
The resolution, the delegates denounce that it impacts all sectors of society and is a flagrant and massive violation of the human rights of Cubans. Furthermore, its extraterritorial nature threatens
15,000 is WWV.
Whole week. For more information on HemSci and the WWVWWVH project, please visit www.hamsci.org/WWV.
At the tone, 19 hours, 5 minutes, coordinated universal time.
All right, now we got the next signal, according to the Kenwood TS890, is 14670, which is CHU Canada. This radio is, it's like a magician. It's like a penicillin. Just about fix anything. What's next? Next will probably be 20-meter ham band. Let's see if any of those dudes are talking. 14.3-ish. Switch to upper side band. So that guy's off frequency, and I guarantee it's him, not my radio.
Kilo 4, Kilo Charlie Golf.
Dang. All these hams are off frequency today.
Lima Sierra 59.
Victor 4, station go. Yeah, this is Whiskey Victor 4, Alpha Sierra. I just did the park-to-park with you. I got some QRM. I wanted to make sure you got all my info.
So you can hear another station bleeding through, so we can try and reduce the bandwidth. We can also attenuate the signal.
Roger, on the kilo 3716. Roger, roger. And I'm going to give you a 5x5, 5x5.
And
Roger that. Thanks for coming back and making sure I got that right. Appreciate it. Whiskey 99 Sierra. Yeah, QRZ. Roger, go QRM.
he never moved. All right, enough of that. Oops.
With those that are members of his body. Satan is an angel of light again. He gets people with their mind on who they're partaking with instead of on Jesus. Now, the problem with the Corinthians, the agape or love feast, started with them paying attention to themselves and what
Yo creo que lo vamos logrando poco a poco, no nos apuramos por las canciones. A veces hay un chispazo y sale la canción de una punta a la otra que parecía que ya estaba ensayada, ¿no? Y hay otras veces que poco a poco en el tiempo vamos sumándole cosas. Entonces es un proceso un poco raro, ¿no? Pero muy orgánico.
Y bueno, seguimos hablando con Noslen Porrúa.
Yo soy graduado de dirección coral.
Like there might be something that. Sorry, keep hitting the tripod here. Darn thing. I'm trying to jump my chair over to mess with the Kenwood. 12-120. More digital crap. Okay. 050. Usually a blowtorch.
Musical, la verdad. Me gusta mucho, no escucho mucha música, eso es cierto. Pero me gusta mucho, cuando escucho música, me gusta
760
mucho.
super weak. See if we can get anything on that. $635. Could have jumped down to 10. Got a blowtorch at 99.80. $92.65. Just for Robert. $89.84. Let's see what that is. Sounds like some kind of digital. Yeah. Not a lot of dudes on 40 meters yet. And obviously there's not going to be anything down here. 49 meters at 6,200 and below. Let's try that beacon I always mess with. So it's at '07 today, maybe. Let's keep going down lower. It's as low as I can go. Ooh, '08. So this guy is got a beacon here, really weak, and it's advertised at 28.2090. Let's see what the spectrum scope on this thing shows. Okay, so you could see I was watching it on the Kenwood before, so let's switch it to B. Turn this up. And let's zoom in on the meter. Oh, we're already at 10 kilohertz, so that's pretty tight. There's 5. So it got slightly louder when I went up to 8, but if you look really close at the blue line, when it looks like we're slightly off, unless that's the way it's supposed to be. Is CW like sideband, where when this pointer is supposed to be on one side or the other of the actual trail of the signal? See, if I go down to '06, it gets quieter. Kind of filters we got on this piece of shit 890. This dog only goes down to 200. Lead sled. Let's come back to a real radio. That's a real radio right there. All right, let's go to, let's do some AM broadcast, maybe a long wave beacon, and then we'll get out of Dodge. All right.
So that's, I mean, you're going to have those situations more.
But 11th for Europa League.
So that would be something to research.
Sounds like FM.
Interesting. Yeah. So there you go. The other thing that we'll mention real quickly, which is related to the 7v7 tournament that is taking place out in North Carolina, there is a bit of news there related to the team that was brought into the tournament from Dallas called Dallas.
Drop this way down. Crackling and stuff. There's thunderstorms every day here in Dallas for the last 2 weeks. Today's no different. All right. There's a band scan with the Watkins Johnson 8711. And I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed running it. And who knows, maybe I'll get bored and let's do another one a little bit later. Thanks for hanging out.